All right, welcome to another episode of What Did I Miss with Dennis Styles. On this show, I'll be covering all this stuff not on my main YouTube channel at DS2 Smooth, from movie and gaming reviews to movie and gaming news to anime, comic books, and honestly anything else I feel like yapping about. All right, so this week, unfortunately, there's been a bunch of massive layoffs in the gaming industry. So I'll be getting into that and, covering that as much as I can to, my ability because I'm not exactly, super technical. Not, I don't know the technical jargon and stuff, to properly convey what's going on, but, you know, whatever. I'll get into it. But on the lighter side, there's been a lot of Daredevil Born Again characters returning, I guess from the Netflix series, and I'm really excited about that. So that's great. And then the main topic, I wanted to keep it light, not light, but I wanted to keep it gaming, but on the lighter side since all the negative stuff is happening. But I'll just be going through and talking about the most popular games throughout each year. I'll get into that when that comes up. But there'll be time codes below. So feel free to jump around to whatever part of the news or to the main topic, and let's just get into it, man. I'm like dead right now. I feel like a walking shell of myself. But let's just get into these layoffs. Unfortunately, so there's just been I was watching a YouTube video. I was trying to do a little bit more research, but this I was really only got to one YouTube video. But just to figure out why these layoffs are happening. So like last year, there's a lot of layoffs, but so let me see. There's a bit of news, right? Where is it at? So last year there was a total of 10,500 layoffs in the gaming industry, and this year there's already 5,600. So literally almost more than half of the layoffs. And we're not even in February yet, so it's January. So literally more than half of the layoffs for last year are already in the first month. And so the question I was hold on, let me get into the numbers I guess really quick. So Microsoft had laid off 1,900 employees, so 1,900, and just sweeping from multiple studios across their, I guess, company. So Sledgehammer Games lost 30% of their staff. High Moon Studios lost 10% of their staff. Toys for Bob lost over 30% of their staff. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Raven, Solid State Studios, Beanox, Demonware had many layoffs as well. Every Call of Duty team saw a reduction in staff. So yes, just massive stuff across the board. Actually, there was a article that actually highlights all the layoffs throughout the industry, and this was all in the wrong thing. This was all in the last like that week. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, let me get to it. So this technically happened in late 2023, but was reported and confirmed on January 5th. This is gonna be from like big studios to like indie studios, but Bose Studios 19 people, Unity Software 1800 on January 8th, 2024. Uh, Reported that truly massive round of layoffs from the uh, Unity confirmed it planned to cut nearly 25% of its staff as part of its continued reset. And that's the jargon that's been around these layoffs is like resets and stuff. So I guess that's the question that was, arising for me. Is like, why is this stuff happening? Like, is it too fast, like growing too quickly and not bringing in enough, profit to like sustain that growth or whatever? And hold on, before I really get into that, I am out of my field. This is not my area of expertise, so I'm gonna maybe get a lot of stuff wrong or sound stupid. But so I apologize if I do sound stupid in some areas, but hey, whatever. But yeah, so is this just? So the Microsoft as I'll get let me just finish reading these numbers. I guess Twitch 500 people on January 9th. Bloomberg reported that Twitch was preparing to lay off 500 employees by the end of January. This is about 35% of its total staff. Oh wow, I didn't even. That's a lot. The Amazon-owned video game streaming website previously laid off hundreds of employees last year in March and later in October. Playtika, 300 to 400 people. Wow. Discord, 170 people. Lost Boys Interactive, 125 people. Fun Selector, 3 people. Um, PTW, formerly Polled to Win, 45 people. Thunderful, around 100 people. Pixelberry, unknown. NetSpeak Games, 25 people. I said that this was all within the last week. That was wrong. This is all within January. Wimo Games, 35 people. Behavior Interactive, 45 people. CI Games, 10% of staff. 10% of staff, likely 15 to 20 people. 31st Union, less than 10. Metaverse World, 70 people. Netrieve, NCSoft, 70 people. Riot Games, 530 people. One Player Mission, 15 people. People Can Fly, 30 plus people. Black Forest Games, around 50 people. Microsoft, 1,900 people. Recon Games, 60 people. Little Red Dog Games, 27 people. Yeah, so that's all within the month of January. Let me see. So yeah, like, why is this happening? That's the question, and I think I could be wrong about this, but Microsoft one makes from my understanding makes a little bit more sense because they just had a merger and stuff, and with mergers and everything, they restructure, so they let go of people in different positions, maybe overlapping positions and stuff. But then I was also reading stuff that was like they just had people move to California and stuff for the merger, and then they just let them go. And so I don't know like the everything on that, but if that's so, that's really fucked up. And it just sucks though on being on social media and seeing, because it's one thing to just read about this, and of course you're you know what is the word, sympathetic to their situations, like people getting laid off. But then it's another thing to actually read people's responses to actually getting laid off, like, and seeing how devastated they are, and just how heartbreaking it is to be laid off from an industry that you're passionate about working in. So that just really sucks. And it just goes into the question: is this because of these games ballooning to $200 million budgets and stuff, and the return on them, and the labor? Because I was watching a video and it was just like, comparatively, games back then, you could get 50 people working on a game, and that's like considered a big budget game and whatnot. Now you're getting like 300 people working on a game, so it's like, where does all that go? I wish, and I could probably find a video, but just really breaking this down for more in terms of, I'm not into this, like, really into this stuff at all, and like the technical jargon surrounding it and stuff. Is there anything more? Oh, and then, the salaries of like the CEOs, like, is that too much as well? Like, do they need to take a pay cut? And apparently Nintendo's one of their like CEOs or something, Iwata. He doesn't have his first name, but apparently he took a pay cut when Nintendo was going through stuff like this, and so they didn't have to let go a bunch of employees and stuff. And then he also said, like, he actually, let me pull up the quote, because he had a really good quote. And why don't all CEOs are like this? But he said, if we reduce the number of employees for better short-term financial results, employee morale will decrease. I sincerely doubt employees who fear that they may be laid off will be able to develop software titles that could impress people around the world. So yeah, it's like, bro, if people are afraid to lose their jobs, like they're not gonna be able to perform at peak ability, like to the best of their abilities, because outside and it's not because like, damn, I know I'm gonna get fired and I'm not gonna fucking do this job properly. It's like outside stress of just underlying stress of shit like you're just anxious about, and it can unknowingly affect your work and your performance. I think that's all. Yeah, it's just a fucked up just time all around for them, just good energy towards everyone affected. But it's it's kind of hard just like to transition from that and just go on to the next piece of news, because it really sucks, to be honest. It really does. But I guess to still transition, it's not funny. I'm sorry. Fuck, I laughed. I'd be laughing at like at inappropriate moments. But I guess the next piece of news, there's a bunch of DLC for Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League that was announced. So they're getting DLC a month after release. I'm okay. I'm hold on. Rewind. I'm pretty excited for this game. So next week, it comes out next week. I'm gonna review it, but I'm not gonna be able to finish it by like the next episode that comes out. So I'm gonna do first impressions next episode. So next, I'll get into it as well. But next episode will be Percy Jackson review. I always forget to mention I'm watching that whenever I get to the weekly watch list. I don't know why I forget, but I've been watching Percy Jackson. But next episode will be Percy Jackson review and Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League first impressions. But it comes out next week, and it already has DLC scheduled for March, the following month. Because next week's like the 30th, and yeah, whatever. But so that's pretty cool. So they already got DLC planned, but the Joker is a playable character, and they released some gameplay on the Joker, and bro, it's so stylized and so fitting for his traversal. So he gets around. So all the characters have like a special like King Shark like jumps high or whatever and can climb walls. Like Deadshot has a jetpack, can fly around. I think Captain Boomerang has like a Speed Force teleporter or something. Harley, I don't know. She has like a grappling hook. But his Joker gets around with by a rocket powered umbrella, and just his movement with it, like he'll just be flipping around on it, hanging by one foot on it. It's just super stylized and character fitting, and it just looks really good and fun to like play with. So with that being said, like if the future DLC characters coming forward, if they are like with this type of care, that's going to be really fun to play with. And so just a bunch of and then stuff on their season passes came out and stuff, and so they're gonna have like battle passes, not season passes but battle passes. So they're gonna have battle passes like I mean, it's not new now, but like like Fortnite, you get your tiers, and you get your the special unlock at tier 100 or whatever on the battle pass. But if you so and then oftentimes like a cool character for the last level of the battle pass would be the final reward, and that character would be locked in. So if you missed playing that game in that like couple weeks of that battle pass and you didn't get that character, you're kind of out of luck. Like that character wasn't coming back. Couldn't buy them in the item shop or whatever, and the battle pass was not coming back, and so it was kind of sucky that way. And a lot of, I guess, a good characters, like I guess a Spider-Man skin, like his classic suit was in a battle pass, and like now no one can get the skin or whatever. And there's other skins like that. But for the battle passes for this game, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, you'll be able to unlock them forever. So that is cool, and like you'll be able to go back and do them. So that's cool, and really like user and player friendly. And then let me see. So this is potentially the post-launch DLC. So season 1, the Joker. Season 2, Victoria Fries, and I guess this is a Miss Freeze variant. I've seen some people is like, okay, if you're just gonna do a Lady Miss Freeze, a Lady Miss Freeze, why not just do like Killer Frost or something? Season 3, Zoe Lawton. I don't know who that is. Season 4, Slade Wilson, and then beyond that, this person says they've seen Killer Croc, Katana, and a couple of others that seem to be earmarked for future playable characters. Oh wait, okay, I wasn't okay. I was under the impression that I guess that makes sense. When I was reading for some reason when I was reading those past Joker in season 1, I was reading them as like the villains of like or like the antagonists for that season, but it kind of makes more sense that these would be playable characters. So that's cool. Um how will Slade Wilson play like differently from Deadshot? I mean, it's probably more swords and stuff, but it's just I really like what's this game shaping up to be. I really like how they're planning out with the DLC and these new playable characters. I didn't even think we would get playable characters. I don't know how invested I will be into this long term, and hopefully this game's like user friendly enough where I could just hop on and unlock the playable character, play with them for a little bit, and just hop off. Because I want to try out Wilson for sure, and the Joker looked really good, like I said. But yeah, I'm just really excited for this, to be honest, and just experience the story and the gameplay's looking like something I'll really enjoy, which really wasn't like a big point for me going in. But speaking of Suicide Squad though, the game size for it is 45. Apparently, it's 45 gigs. That is really great, especially for like a live service online game, and then this size and you know four playable characters in co-op and stuff. That is great. Was it optimization or just file compression or whatever it's called? You got games out here that are fucking 150 gigs, 100 gigs, and it's like there's no justification for this. So this will be easy on the storage system. Fuck around and have like 3 games: Call of Duty, Madden, and Mortal Kombat or some shit. All those games are huge. So apparently, CD Projekt Red is thinking about making Cyberpunk 2077, the sequel, have multiplayer. That would be lit. That would be lit. I don't think it needs it, but just imagine just the Cyberpunk formula just in multiplayer. That'd just be super fun. I don't. GTA really ruined like online, like open world stuff for this, because it's like if it's not as immersive and stuff as GTA Online, it's kind of damn. It's it's kind of like why have it? Like what's the point? And I feel like that's what was really one of, at least for me, one of the reasons I really didn't check out Red Dead Online, because it was like you're not even holding a candle to GTA Online, and so yeah, it just really wasn't that appealing to me. But I don't know. Cyberpunk's just really it's a fun game, and is anything played with friends is gonna make it fun. So I don't even know how that would look either. Like, is it a story thing? Going through the story co-op would be fun, because then it's like either it's co-op or you got to have a lot of post um out of story, like just online stuff to do if you're not like co-op playing through the story. But I would definitely be open to have some multiplayer in Cyberpunk, and they're still playing with the idea, with what's it called, it being third or first person. But I feel like I would prefer honestly to be in third person. Um, but I feel like it would be kind of weird to just switch from first to third, for the second game. And then also though, in the article, because he was talking in the article, one of the CEOs, when he was talking about online, he said something really cool about AI. I mean, it's this standard. This is how all like developers and creators should think about AI. But he said, let me see. Sorry. So around the continuous issue of use of AI, the Nowalski quoted as saying CD Projekt Red believes it can help improve certain process in game production but not replace people. And I feel like that's the perfect thought process to have about AI, because AI is a tool, but it's just I brought this up also because there's just been a massive just words and what am I trying to say? Some like leaked pictures of Taylor, not leaked, some AI pictures of Taylor Swift were of some explicit photos of Taylor Swift were circling around the internet, and so now like everyone is up in arms about AI when we've been not we've but people have been trying to get people to hear what they're saying about AI for a long time, but it just takes a big Jesus Christ, it takes a big celebrity being affected for people to care. But whatever. But AI's just been around for a while, and it's a tool, and it's always should be used as a tool. But if there's no regulations, it kind of gets out of hand. But it should not replace people, like he says, and that's the perfect mindset to have with it, because it does make processes faster, but it shouldn't replace people. Jeez. Didn't mute my computer. Got alarms going off. Sorry, L host. What's the next bit of? So there is some. There might have been. So Josh Keaton of the voice. He was the voice actor for Robin in the Batman Arkham Origins. I didn't know that. But he was set to play Damian Wayne in a canceled Batman game known as Project Sabbath by W Games Montreal, which was scrapped after a few voice sessions. So yeah, that would be interesting. We would have got a Damian Wayne Batman game. So it doesn't say when this would set, but I would assume. I don't think Damian Wayne is ever mentioned in any of the Arkham games. I could be wrong. In any of the Arkham games, I could be wrong. Maybe it's like in a file or something. I just didn't read it, or some obscure Easter egg. But I don't think he's really mentioned. But I don't know. That just kind of like, where's the timeline going? And kind of goes into, they did not need to make Suicide Squad kill the Justice League in the Arkhamverse at all. Oh, I didn't even mention when I was talking about that. All that like DLC, I guess like, it's gonna be playing with the multiverse and stuff, and so that's how there's a new Joker and everything. Because Joker died in the Arkhamverse, and so again, it's like, it just did not need to be set in. Yeah, whatever. But apparently that Joker, he's from, on his Earth, he was in the Suicide Squad, and this is like a more younger, more unestablished Joker. Like, he's not like where he is in the crime world. He's not the prince of crime or whatever he calls himself. What was I talking about? Or like a canceled Batman game. Yeah, so that would have been cool to, if more information comes out about this over time. But the last couple pieces of gaming news before we get into the movie news and stuff is Disney has a new holotile floor. Real-time VR walking is now possible. And VR gaming has always interested me, but it's just so what's it called? It's so early stages right now. Like, there's too many things about it. Like, you gotta have too much open space. It makes sense you need it, but you gotta have a nice open space, and not everyone has that for a gaming space, I guess. You gotta have open space. You gotta, to play good games at least. There's the headsets, but you gotta have a PC. You gotta, there's just a lot of entries of barrier with VR gaming, and then on top of that, the games aren't very good yet anyway. Whether it's like clunky gameplay and stuff. I know it's gotten better, but it's just very early stages right now. But I always be interested in VR gaming, and so this holotile floor thing, it's like he's walking and it's you have to see it in motion, but it just seems like the next steps of VR. It's getting there. So that's interesting to keep an eye on, and it's interesting to see Disney is kind of, I don't know if they're leading that they're not the leaders of it, but, and Apple put something out with VR too recently, I think so. But yeah, this is my first time seeing that tile floor thing. So, right before I was about to start recording, I watched some Sparking Zero. So this is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, quote unquote. Sparking Zero, basically Dragon Ball Simulator, which this game could be the greatest Dragon Ball Z game of all time. But I saw some gameplay, and it looked great. It was like a Goku and Vegeta like showcase kind of. It just really showed off like the transformations, the moves they were using, and oh my gosh, it looks freaking superb. Graphics, movement, buttery smooth. But it showed Super Saiyan God, like the red version on Vegeta and Goku looked great, and just the stage destruction, just the flair of it all, it looks amazing. But it kind of it possibly showed the potential roster size, and it was looking massive, and this could potentially have like 164 characters I was seeing total, and that's whew, brother. We need that. We need that. We need that. We need that for sure. I'm gonna try to. I'm honestly feeling super like groggy, and you could probably hear it in my voice. But I'm gonna try to keep this up. I'm kind of try to keep this episode shorter. And I'm trying to get through this news, because I do not feel like recording. But the show must go on. But yeah, rough night, rough night. So that was the end of the gaming news, and going into the movies and shows and stuff. We have a bunch of great Daredevil news. I'm loving it, boy. So I think I mentioned. Did I mention? I don't know if I mentioned, but I mentioned like there were some rumors of. Yeah, I did mention it. Foggy and Karen coming back, but we got confirmed. So them boys is back. But on top of that, Wilson Bethel, Bullseye, is coming back to Daredevil Born Again. He was literally one of the main highlights of season 3. And I literally was just saying how I was feeling groggy and shit. But this news is making me perk up and turn up, because they're like more so of continuing the storyline from season 3, and it's gonna be a soft season 4. And this is exactly what everyone wanted. Like, no one wanted the bullshit that we're doing before. Like, why not just continue an already established fan favorite storyline, and then you get Daredevil. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go through the information in my head. Daredevil Born Again started filming this week, right? And so we saw looks of all these characters together on set. Not Bullseye, but Karen, Foggy, and Matt. All their actors were on set walking in together. Oh my gosh. And it felt, bro, so you just saw them talking and laughing, and it felt like I was watching the old Netflix series again. It was great. But there's a worrying thing, is like they're all in the same amount of episodes, like Bullseye, Karen, Foggy. So it's like a worrying thing is, are these characters still gonna get killed off? Specifically, Karen and Foggy, because that was the original plan. And so, if that's still the case, that's gonna suck so much. But they got the characters back, and they can cook if they want, and the ball is in their court. And so, if they don't pull it off, we're gonna have some big problems. Because if this show ends up being ass, I will go feral. I'll go feral, man. And probably it's not that serious, bro, but it's just they have all the components to cook. And so if they don't cook, it's gonna be very disappointing. But apparently also, though, the Punisher is in I've been saying it's already been well known, but the Punisher's in Daredevil, but he will be continuing his storyline from his first 2 seasons of his show, and they'll be referenced in gosh, I can't speak. They'll be referenced in Born Again, like how Kingpin's Netflix history was referenced in Echo, which was like, yeah. And so, again, this kind of, if this is true, kind of speaks to continuing from some storylines from Daredevil season 3. So that would be great. Let me see. Is there any more Daredevil news? Okay, let's get into this what if news. So we already got our first look at what if season 3, and Sam Wilson was shown in Sam Wilson, Captain America specifically, was shown, like a little screenshot of him, and it's so funny. I brought this up because this is whatever. I need to finish what if season 2, because also there's a little bit of news in there as well about that, but this is hilarious because this is the first time we've seen Sam Wilson, Captain America, in like literally almost like 3 years. and it's in freaking What If. And I'm making a video on this. That's so funny because apparently this is like the main one of the main leaders of the Avengers and shit, and we've literally not have seen him since a Disney Plus show. That is hilarious to me. We've seen more appearances from Echo and fucking Kate Bishop and shit and Miss Marvel, and and that's not a slight on those characters because I do like them, but come on, it's supposed to be one of the main stars, but we finally get to see him in season 3 of fucking What If. That's just funny. But speaking of What If though, Gahori will reportedly make her live action debut in the MCU within the next 4 years. So this is a MCU original character, and she is a Native American, like in those times of America. And the Tesseract got, I don't know the exact. This was one of the storylines I wanted to check out in What If season 2 that I actually wanted to go back and finish. But she's got her powers from the Tesseract. I don't know how it got into her land, but she got her powers from the Tesseract. Kind of. Whoa, wait, hold on. Does Captain Marvel get her powers from the Tesseract? Yeah. So, but I guess she's insanely powerful. So I got to go back and watch that What If series. But apparently she's making her live action debut, and so that begs the question: will we see any other characters come from What If to live? I guess we already have. We got Captain Carter, right? And she was originally in What If. That's interesting. I say that because I want to see Supreme Strange in live action. Is that his name? Supreme Strange? No. Whatever the evil Doctor Strange is, but I want to see him in live action. Kind of did, but kind of not really. Let's see. So, Spider-Man 4. So Sony Pictures is reportedly considering bringing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back, but Kevin Feige and Tom Holland wants the next Spider-Man movie to be more grounded, while Sony wants it to be huge. Sony, I'm in your walls with hammers. Like, bro, just let them cook. Spider-Man is in a perfect position right now to have limitless potential with his stories. Like, the way he's set up, do not go big again. And it's kind of fucked up because Sony has like the leveraging power right now. They own the movie rights. And they aren't so, and they want to go big and bring Toby back and Andrew Garfield and have another multiverse story. And the fucked up thing is it would make money. It will make money if you show them in the trailers. And I know they weren't shown in the original trailers, but that was like, the thing going in, like, oh my god, they're coming back. But if you show them in the trailers and you market it as such, like, the movie will make money for sure. And if there's anything to say about Hollywood movies and shit, is when money's involved, they always learn the wrong lessons. Like, if a movie makes a lot of money because of a story or whatever, like, they will think it's because, well, maybe that was the wrong. They'll always learn the wrong thing. Like, so the thing, like, it will make money for sure. But like I said, but that's not servicing the current Spider-Man stories and his trajectory and where his path is leading him right now. Like, that would just, and the thing is, I do want to see more Toby and Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield interactions. Like, that shit was superb. But I don't know, just make a Spider-Verse movie with them. Just, this Spider-Man story is really in a spot where it could really, oh my gosh, it could really do great. And then you just have Sony coming in here fucking swinging bats and breaking shit. Like, and the thing is though, it's like, and it's funny because I was mentioning this last week. I was like saying if Amazing Spider-Man 2 did good, like how different that would look, because they probably wouldn't have gave the MCU a Spider-Man to use and whatnot. But yeah, so it's just, and especially where this grounded, it seems like there's a lot of grounded stuff coming to this next Marvel in the next couple of years with, Daredevil, and then all the Netflix stuff coming and stuff. Spider-Man could be a part of that, and that would be really cool to see. And they Marvel just needs to get Spider-Man's rights back because they're just so limited in how he can move in this universe and whatnot, and what he can appear in and stuff. And it just sucks so much because he his presence is really going to be really lacking, especially if we really ramp up into this street level stuff. But yeah, Sony, get your shit together. Just let them cook. But the next piece of news is the script for Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four is reportedly being rewritten yet again. So this is could be troubling news, could not be troubling news. I don't know how many times it's been rewritten so far, but I this is just really up in the air. But this is usually not a great sign. So the thing is too, I really want this movie to be good. So I it just seems they don't know what to do, and where to slot this movie into the next, like, because it seems like there's too much writing on this movie because it's coming right before I think the Avengers movies, and I think they're trying to use this movie to introduce too much and lead into those Avengers movies and like the conclusion of this phase. And I think this movie will end up being pivotal into like tying a lot of the stuff into the multiversal saga. And I think they're probably having trouble doing that. And it kind of sucks that, and this is just pure speculations, but if that is the case, it kind of sucks that they're using a Fantastic Four movie for that, and we won't get like a story purely focusing on them. But and again, this could mean nothing, but usually this is not the greatest news ever to have a film being rewritten, because I don't know for sure, but I think this is like maybe it's like third time being rewritten. So yeah, that's troubling to hear. But reportedly, an Iron Fist project is in the works at Marvel Studios. Finn Jones is not set to be the main lead, and instead is set to feature a female lead. So a couple things here. So Finn Jones is it seems that the I didn't even say though, the Kahori news for her making her live action debut. This is all from looks like all from Daniel Richmond. The Sony news was from Richmond. The Fantastic Four was from Richmond, and this is from Richmond as well. So yeah, I said like a couple things. So Finn Jones, the original Iron Fist actor from the Netflix shows, if this is true, he's coming back, which I don't mind at all. I don't think he was the problems with the old Netflix shows. Again, I talked about it, but that wasn't his fault. Why the fighting and shit was bad. He literally got like a week to learn or he had to learn the choreography on the day. So that's like not his fault. And then just the script, this bad writing, to be honest. But so I do definitely want him to get his chance, but this is kind of disappointing. So it says a female lead, and so Colleen Wing, I don't know if she gets the Iron Fist in the comics, but then also I saw like there's another girl that Iron Fist was training in the comics. It was like a little girl or something. I don't know the character, but in the show she got the Iron Fist as well. And I was saying when I was talking about the Marvel show, she like not debuted. She's imbued like a sword with the power of the Iron Fist. It looked pretty cool. She had like a white Iron Fist, but this is a little disappointing because we never really got to see, an established Iron Fist in established Iron Fist. We never got to see an established like Iron Fist Danny Rand in the Marvel universe interacting with like characters and stuff. And I wanted to see that. I want to see him get his proper shine. Him like butt heads with Shang-Chi to be like, the best martial artist and stuff, And then you got this possibly, with the street level stuff ramping up, Heroes for Hire. And so, get some Danny Rand, Luke Cage interactions and stuff. And so it's just, I really wanted to see Danny Rand in the Marvel. And it's not saying he's not going to be in it, but he's not going to be the lead. So I mean, that stuff is definitely still possible, and especially because I don't know if like in the comics if it's like traditional for multiple people to have the Iron Fist at the same time, but in the show, multiple people did. So, I assume that's a comic thing as well. Yeah, I would just it just I guess yeah. I mean, we can have two active Iron Fists, but I just hope this doesn't mean that we know Danny Rand's not a factor in the new universe and stuff. Because there's he just didn't get his time to properly shine. But I'm definitely open to see possibly a different Iron Fist, and I really like Colleen Wing, and then the actress who played her, she was really good. How she's also in a couple some other things as well that she's good in, but she's pretty solid. So it's not a ent- uh, entirely negative thing, but definitely would want to see Iron Fist Danny Rand get his proper shine in the MCU. Now, like then all the Netflix stuff is canon and stuff. But this is if this is true, this is really surprising. So this is from Daniel Richmond too. So John David Washington is reportedly being considered for the role of Kang in the MCU. I think I mentioned Colin Domingo was being considered, possibly considered. And so if this is true, this is a great grab. John David Washington, he's the son of Denzel Washington. Um, I'm just saying that for anyone who didn't know, because I did not know that for the longest. And it's like when you hear it, it's like duh, and it's like why didn't I think that? But he's a really good actor. I really like him in The Black Klansman. He was good in The Creator, even though like the script wasn't all that great, but I think he was still pretty solid in it. What else was he in? I was just about to say something. Dang, I'm blanking on something else he was. Oh, Tenant. I didn't watch that, but I heard he's pretty good in it. But yeah, this would be a great get, and I think he could definitely pull out Kang really well. He has this I'm trying to think of a he has like this I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, if I would definitely want to see him as Kang. But now into some DCU news. A bunch of updates from threads by James Gunn. Supergirl will appear in Superman Legacy. Um, Millie Alcock and Meg Donnelly recently had screen tests for James Gunn in Atlanta, and are reportedly the finalists. Wasn't from threads, but this was I think from Deadline. So yeah, I'm not too. I think one of these actors there. She's from the House of Dragon, the Game of Thrones spinoff, and a lot of people were saying like, oh yeah, grab her. So yeah, that's cool. So Superman Legacy is gonna have Supergirl in it, which would make sense because I think Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is one of like the next like DCU movies, because that Woman of Tomorrow is getting especially, and then also they're casting Supergirl because I think it has a writer too, so it's one of the projects that's gearing up to start getting worked on. And then also James Gunn confirms that J.J. Abrams' Superman project is still in development. So I don't know if this is the Val Zod Superman movie. Michael B. Jordan was like working on a so Val Zod's like Black Superman. He's like the president or some shit. And so yeah, I don't know if this is that project, but so that's cool. I just don't have a bunch to say about that. I just like that there also is gonna be stuff outside the DCU, so you're not getting just like straight when I went in universe stuff that's connected to each other. You could do other creative stories outside of the mainline DCU stuff. And then James Gunn also says that Batman will not appear in Superman Legacy. He said like he's not even in the script at all. So which is interesting. We're just because we're gonna get to see a couple other. I don't know if the Justice League will be formed, but we're gonna get a couple other heroes, and so maybe we'll get a mention of Batman. But there's also a bunch of already established heroes in it, so maybe that's for the best, and it's not gonna be taken. What am I trying to say? Spotlight be taken from Superman, which I don't think it will. I think would. James Gunn does a really pretty good job at balancing a bunch of characters, well-known characters, not even well known, but a lot of different characters together, and each of them getting their proper shine. So I don't even think that would have been a problem, but more focus on Superman, I guess. And then also James Gunn says that Superman Legacy will not focus on Superman's origin at all. So that's interesting, and I don't think it really needs to be shown really at all. Like everyone knows Superman's origin, but I kind of find this a little surprising though, because this movie was apparently Superman connecting with his Kryptonian heritage. So maybe they will touch on it, but maybe it just means it in a sense of not showing the planet blowing up again, and seeing what is Superman's dad's name? Jor-El send Kal-El, baby Kal-El to Earth and stuff. So, but maybe we'll see like other glimpses of the origin, maybe. And then the last thing James Gunn said about Superman Legacy is it'll be shot in IMAX, which is this is great to hear. I love watching movies in IMAX. It just gives them an extra oomph. What movie? Oh, I watched Oppenheimer in IMAX. I was trying to watch. I don't even know if it. I don't even know if it was in IMAX, but I was trying to watch Godzilla -1 in IMAX. I watched The Creator in IMAX. That was pretty decent. That was great. What else have I? Yeah, I don't know what else I've watched. Oh, I said Oppenheimer. But yeah, that's it on the DCU news. I just like getting DCU updates. Just that universe gearing up is gonna be super fun. But there's a new movie with Zac Efron and John Cena called Ricky Stenicki, coming out on Prime Video on March 7th. I just seen Zac Efron in a comedy again is great. So this was got put on my radar, and then as John Cena in it, and they're both pretty funny. Just seeing Zac Efron in the Iron Claw, and then watching Neighbors like shortly before that, and then he's like also in 17 again. He's also in some other comedy stuff, but Zac Efron's just cool, and he has that comedic bone in him, but then he also has the more dramatized roles and stuff. But this movie's just about Zac Efron and some other characters. They have a fake friend called Ricky Stenicki, and they just tell their wives and their bosses or whatever when they want to go take a trip with the fellas and go party or whatever. They're like, oh, Ricky Stenicki, he has cancer again, and we gotta go fly out and see him and stuff. And so their wives are like, oh, go see Ricky and stuff, be there for him, and then they're out fucking partying and shit with their homies. But I forgot what happens, but they need to prove that Ricky Stenicki's like real, like someone's like wife thinks they're lying or something. So they hire an actor to play Ricky Stenicki, and the actor is John Cena, and he plays his role well or whatever. But then he ends up getting it was like at a party or something where one of their bosses are at, and he ends up hiring Ricky Stenicki to work at the office or whatever. And so John Cena's character just continues being Ricky Stenicki, and they're like, all right, bro, the fucking role's over. We paid you to be this character now. All right, just quit it. He's like, nah, bro, I'm not quitting being Ricky Stenicki because my life was shit, but Ricky's life is his shit's lit. And so it just seems like a funny movie with these two actors, and I think they're funny, and I want to see how they're funny together, I guess. But yeah, that was, I guess, my trailer breakdown of Ricky Stenicki. But I was seeing like, oh, someone said like this sucks that it's just coming straight to streaming. That this had potential to do really well in theaters. Yeah, so Ricky Stenicki. One of the last pieces of news that I have on here that I'm actually not skipping, is John Boyega will star as young Eli in a Book of Eli prequel series. The series is set 30 years before the film and the immediate aftermath of the nuclear event. So Book of Eli is a not super older movie, but kind of like early 2000s movie starring Denzel Washington. He's now navigating like a post-apocalyptic or nuclear war torn America. Is that like a good description? But like he has to transfer this book I seen this movie a while ago, and I remember the twist, but I won't um spoil it. But I just don't remember how it ends. But he's like transporting a book or something, and it's from my memory, it's as good as decent action. Um, yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of it, but it's I gotta go back and rewatch it actually. But it's a lot of people like it, and shoot, John Boyega, I fuck with him tough, and so I think that's a good younger version of the character, like a good casting of it. And I thought this was a movie, but reading this description, it's a prequel series, so I wonder what it's gonna it probably the information's out there, but what it's gonna premiere on. And I feel like that would give idea like what the budget's kind of idea what kind of budget's gonna have behind it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this for sure. Um, there's a bunch of Oscar nominations and stuff. Godzilla minus one is like the first Godzilla movie in history to be nominated for film of the year. I think is it did it get nominated for film of the year or whatever the category is. But right, I think literally the day after I recorded, I was talking about Invincible. There was an announcement for the date, a date announcement, and the new season comes out March 14th. Oh my gosh, I'm not even. I don't even have the energy to get into it, bro. Just waiting like 4 months for like four other episodes, whatever, bro. The show should just got delayed and just released. Not obviously everything in the same day, but oh, I also saw like this was possibly the episodes were split up like this because the pandemic like froze everything, and so this was just a way to keep Amazon subscriptions up because splitting up the episodes or whatever. So whatevs. That's just annoying, but I'm glad it's coming back though. I think you can tell like I'm no freaking energy, bro, at all. I'm just trying to get through the app, man. Just get through the app. I hope this is not a dog shit episode. That's gonna suck. The last piece of news is Asajj. So there's a Star Wars Bad Batch trailer. Whatever the shows. I didn't. I was trying to watch the first season. It wasn't really gripping me. But Asajj Ventress was shown in the trailer, and she has shown like had yellow lightsabers, which was pretty like looked pretty lit though. And I bring this up because I mentioned Asajj Ventress one of these weeks. I forgot what for. I think I was talking about like the Grogu movie or like the Mando movie. Asajj Ventress show up or something. So that would be pretty cool if we did see Asajj Ventress and she's like on a new path or whatever her new path is. But I might check out this new, at least maybe this season. But if it's maybe probably just the season, because I want to see what's the deal with Asajj Ventress and what she's been up to, and if she's a good guy now or if she's like a gray Jedi or whatever the case. Because I really liked her in the Clone Wars and stuff, and her character design is pretty unique and cool. So yeah, that's the last piece of news. And so now the main topic is the best years in gaming. So I was gonna start like from like a while ago, like like 1980s in gaming and shit, and like go through. So I'll just be going through each year and just be talking about each the games in each of the years. But I think I'm just gonna start with the year 2000, the year I was born. So let's just get into it. 2000 games. Oh, I thought it was. It just like thought it was looking up like 2000 games. Oh, all right. So I'm sorting it. So this is from IMBD. So I know I'm gonna miss games. I'm not gonna touch on every single game of the year and every popular game of the year, but we're straight into it. Spider-Man 2000 rated E. So is this the one where? Oh, was the one. So this is at like the Carnage. Is it the Carnage Doctor Octopus or whatever? Yeah. And this like had it where the what's it called the city was like had poison fog, so you couldn't like go below the skyline or whatever. But this was a banger. This was a banger. I remember playing this growing up. On PS2, PS2 maybe. I think it was on the PS1 as well. Let me see a description. Yeah, this was a classic, and I think it has a really good the I was watching Cosmonaut Variety Hour play this a while ago. He was like live streaming it or whatever. But it has really good alternate costumes too. And has really good these character models are hilarious. It's really good, what's it called? Cameo characters like Daredevil and stuff like coming up and everything. And I think you had like a certain amount of webs in your web shooters. So yeah, it's super solid game. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a straight banger straight out the gate. That's funny. Um, Baldur's Gate 3, Deus Ex. So yeah, that was the start of something great. Let's see. Chicken Run, the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I know a lot of people like that. Let's see. Crash Bash. What is that? No, that's not when Crash Bandicoot started, right? Crash Bash. Okay, no, this is like a Crash Bandicoot party game. That's interesting. Like a Mario Party type deal. The Sims. Oh wow, is this like the start of the Sims era? That's crazy. A lot of girls love the Sims. That's interesting. Let's see. Spyro the Year of the Dragon. Oh, that's cool. I always liked the my year because it was the year of the dragon. Like being born in 2000, I always thought that was cool. After 150 dragon eggs are stolen by an evil sorceress and her army of Rhincons, Spyro embarks on an adventure to rescue the eggs. I've always liked Spyro growing up. Like the games are always super fun. But yeah, that's cool. That's a nice play on things. Spyro Year of the Dragon. Let's see. I'm probably about to go to 2001 here in a sec. Finish this first page. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. X-Men Mutant Academy. Marvel's vs. Capcom 2. Let's see. I'm gonna load 50 more. Let's see what else. The Mummy. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else. I'm not gonna be pissed because I'm not even gonna know, but there's gonna be like a hidden gem like from a childhood that's not gonna be, because this is like going by popularity and it's not gonna be well rated, but it's gonna come out in that year and I'm gonna miss it. Batman Beyond, because there is this rocket power game that I played on the PS2. And I don't know how well rated it was, but it was like a Tony Hawk-esque game, but it was in rocket power. And you could like, various different, like, I was gonna say modes of transportation. I guess that's the right words, like skateboards and rollerblades and whatnot. But yeah, I think nothing else is really catching my eye for that year. So yeah, that was the year 2000. And what I was gonna see, 2001, 2000, 9/11 year. All right, let's see. I guess we won't feel the impact from that until the next year, right? I don't know what I'm yapping about. Okay, straight out the gate, Grand Theft Auto 3. Don't really remember it. Only GTAs of I remember are Liberty City, San Andreas, and Vice City. Those are the really only ones I really remember growing up. Max Payne. So I was actually going back and I was replaying this, and I was replaying it on the PS2, and I got to hold on. I probably was a crazy noise, but rewind. I got to the rewind again because I was gonna explain something, but I really love the gameplay. Like for a PS2 game, it plays really well. Like the diving and shooting and shit, like that's fun and stuff. But what I was saying though, I got to this one level, and it's like a dream sequence or something, and the room's super dark, and you have to walk on this red beam. And bro, on the PS2 graphics, it is impossible to see, and so I literally could not pass that part, bro. Old games are really unintentionally hard, like unintentionally just from shit mechanics and shit visuals, and makes it hard. Like it's not even a hard level. But then I was looking at the remaster because I really want to get to Max Payne 3, bro. I seen some gameplay and that was looking crazy. But I'm gonna probably do that on my second channel when I get like a PC and shit. I can play through the Payne games. But I was saying though, I seen like a remastered Max Payne, the first game, and then I was watching the same part that I was stuck on, and it looks with updated visuals, bro. The parts not even hard at all. It's just I literally could not see, and so it looks 10 times easier with the remastered version. So eventually, I'm gonna replay because I think only the first game's remastered, and I don't think it really sold well. So they were like, oh, they don't know if they're gonna remaster the second game, and then the third game came out on the PS3, so I'm really not like tripping on a remaster for that. But yeah, that first game I need to play the remastered version because that was impossible. We got Silent Hill 2, some Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I know those were some high regarded games. Halo Combat Evolved, some Jack and Dexter, Devil May Cry. I know these are all hard hitting games, but I just was not, tapped. I was fucking 1 year old. Cut me some slack. We got Tekken 4, and I'll probably put a pin in this. So I'll probably because we're at 1 hour and 5, and I just don't feel like yapping, like I said. So probably gonna go to like an hour and a half episode this week. Sonic Adventures 2, I know that's well liked one. Twisted Metal Black, huh? Baldur's Gate 2, Batman Vengeance. I actually have this game like right now. I could get up and grab it. So this was, I think, an animated series Batman game, and I really like this game. I mean, there's a lot of components to it. Like you can like his gadgets and shit. And one thing I really distinctly remember, but you can use his cape to like block bullets and explosives and shit. So that's fun. Let's see. So 2001's a banger of a year. Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Hold on. Let me see some. Huh. I don't really remember this one too much. I was trying to see if that was a sequel to the other Spider-Man one, Fallout Tactics. Fallout was a thing in 2001. Probably sounds stupid. Star Wars Obi-Wan. There's a Star Wars Obi-Wan game. Oh wow. That's cool. What is this? A game chronicling the exploits of Obi-Wan before and during the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Interesting. Let's see. Pikmin. That was probably very annoying. Sorry. The Mystery of the Druids. That poster's kind of scary. Alien vs. Predator 2. Ooh, Simpsons Road Rage. This came out in 2001. This is a bang. I have this in my closet right now too. This is a banger as well. It's like a Crazy Taxi but Simpsons game. I'm pretty sure I talked about it before. But each character had their unique vehicles and stuff. I remember like Homer has his classic, that pink like Cadillac car, and then Lisa has like this space shuttle. It's super cool. X-Men Mutant Academy. Which one's this? What? Because me and my brother, we were playing an old X-Men game. I forgot which one it is though. I don't think it was Mutant Academy. I think a lot of people like this game though. Mutant Academy. Oh wow, it just reset me. Jesus, it took me back to the top. NHL, so Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. Old people like that, I think. Let's see. Animal Crossing. Is this the first Animal Crossing? It's the start of an era. Zoo Tycoon, some WWF. When we get to the WWE games, that's gonna be lit. I used to be into those. NBA Hoops with a Z. We might be moving on to the next year in a sec. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything, but I'm about to change the list to subs popularity, user rating. Let me see if that changes. Oh, I think I will change it. Let me see. No, I'm gonna keep it to popularity. Cause yeah, I changed it to I changed it to user rating. They just put some straight bullshit up. Yeah, sorry. Let's go popularity. All right, what are we at? 2001. Let's go to the 2002, my boy. 2002, my boy. Let's see what's popping in '02, man. Let's see what's in 2002, man. Oh, we got some straight up. Hold on, let me change the user rating real quick just to get some. Donald Trump's real estate tycoon is user rating when I changed it to 2002. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Oh wait, is this going? Oh, this is going from worst to best. Okay, that's why we're getting bullshit. Okay, all right. Get back to popularity. But shit off the bat, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So this was like some Miami Scarface type vibes. I just remember, I remember just was running around doing typical GTA shit on what's it called? I need to go back because I think the only like, and I don't remember the stories, and San Andreas more so. I do remember, but I need to go back and like play them through the stories because I was just too young to be playing through the stories, and I would just be doing dumb GTA stuff. But to just actually experience the stories, but eventually we got some Mafia, the City of I don't know what that is, Resident Evil. Ooh, the original Spider-Man game, not the original, but from the one that was made like as a movie tie into the Raimi movies. I'm pretty sure you could play as Green Goblin at the end of this, or in. I think I could be wrong, but this was another game where you couldn't touch the ground. And I used to be so stuck on this game on what to do, and I just remember playing like the first couple levels because that was just all I could do. Splinter Cell is at the start of Splinter Cell. That's cool. Ratchet and Clank, is this the start of Ratchet and Clank? I think so. In 2002. Wow, that's the start of an era, man. I don't know if I played the OG Ratchet and Clank. I could have, but I'm not sure. I know I played a lot of Ratchet and Clank games. Hitman 2, Silent Assassins. I remember playing a Hitman game. I don't know if it's specifically this one, but I was just super stuck. Sly Cooper, Metroid Prime, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. I think I was playing this on my PlayStation. It was no, I don't even think it was remaster remake, but it was just they had it on there. Oh, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. This is that shit though. This is wait, I'm thinking of Shaolin Monks for some reason. Is this Deadly Alliance? Which one was this? This was what was the gimmick of Deadly Alliance? Hold on, I gotta search that up. Cause Shaolin Monks was co-op. Armageddon had a racing. Did this one have Dang, I feel like a fraud, bro. I don't remember like what Deadly Alliance is about. I feel like a straight fraud. Jesus. Anyways, that was a banger. Let's see. Star Wars Bounty. Heard that was decent. I didn't hear that, but I'm pretty sure people like that. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. That's interesting. So it's funny how they like rename games and then like people just think, at least I did, because Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is one of like my favorite Need for Speed games. But that was like later like 2000 like 10s and shit. And I thought that was the original Hot Pursuit, but apparently not. Turk Evolution, I remember like briefly playing that. Superman Shadow of Apocalypse, that's crazy, that came out during that time. So people have been clamoring and yearning for a Superman game, but it's like, and people just the people just think, I don't know, whatever. People just like, how are you gonna make a Superman game? Like, he's too strong, da da da. Like, bro, set it on a planet where, on a different space where the enemies are just as strong as Superman. So from a gameplay perspective, it makes sense. Or do it so people have anti-Superman weapons. Like, people are hitting them like have Superman kryptonite brass knuckles or shit or something, or they're shooting super. Jesus, I can't speak. They're shooting kryptonite blast at Superman or whatever. Like, come on, there's ways to do it, but this game was super fucking hard. I remember that there's this dam section where you had to like plug a dam, and I just remember being stuck on it so much as a kid, and I really liked this game, just like flying around the city and stuff at Superman, and you can there's this like little not even mini games, but instances where you're just saving civilians and stuff. But yeah, we need a Superman game bad. Let's see. I'll probably just go through a couple more years. What are we on? 2002. I'll probably go like to probably get to like '04. Oh, this was the first year for so Dragon Ball Z Budokai. So what came first? Obviously not what came first. This is it, but when are we gonna get to the Budokai Tenkaichi games? I don't know. I don't specifically remember when those started to roll out, but yeah, I just these were like people consider like these the best like Dragon Ball games. Comparative like comparing the Tenkaichi games and the Budokai games, but I'm a Tenkaichi person 100%. But my brother and shit love Budokai. Um, I just remember him smacking me around in this game and just being too young to be good enough to win, and him not caring, being an older brother and not caring if I won. But yeah, that's the start of an era right there. Let's see. X Men Next Dimension. Oh no, I thought this was something else. Huh. Interesting. Oh man, it restarted me. Where were we at? Pokemon Ruby. I wasn't into Pokemon yet, but shoot, I'm getting into it now. JoJo's. Whoa, what? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. So like it's interesting because JoJo's has become like one of my favorite anime. And then finding out like it's been around for so long, since like 1980 something. And then figure out like JoJo's gets like has these type of games and shit. Like JoJo's Golden Wind. Like Giovanna has a 2002 game. Like, bro, that's insane to me. It's probably Buns though. Jeez, it's restarting me again. But JoJo's Part 5 is my favorite part of JoJo's. All right. That was like a bit of scrolling in silence, but I didn't find anything else. So we're going to move on to the next year. 2003. I keep doing 20,000. Bro, I'm literally an idiot. I try to type in 2003 like 5 times. Let's see. Let's get to '03. I always see this poster, Manhunt. Is this really a banger? And it has a good rating too. But that was the first game. But the next game is damn. This seems like a banger year already. We get Manhunt, which I don't know. It's a good game, I guess. But then Max Payne 2. I think I do have Max Payne 2 actually. Follow Max Payne. I need to get to that. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, and then Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Like dang, and then Call of Duty. Like straight off the gate, just swinging. Silent Hill 3. Like Jesus, I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy start to 2003. I think 2002 is my favorite year so far. Um, True Crime Streets of LA. Like, come on, this year's crazy. I think I played True Crime Streets of New York. It's like a GTA esque game. I don't remember a ton about it. Let's see, Jack 2, Roblox. Did Roblox start in 2003? Devil May Cry. Oh my goodness. Tony Hawk's Underground. So this came out in 2003. This is my favorite Tony Hawk game. This one has, from my knowledge, well, I don't know if any of them have stories, but the story for this Tony Hawk game was a banger. Like you basically, don't know how like it kicks off, but you're from this shithole of a town and you get mixed up with these like drug dealers or whatever, but you just end up going like on a world touring skate tour or some shit, and like you're trying to make a skate mixtape and you're just doing these crazy stunts in like different states. I remember like you go to you can like go to the strip club or some shit and like jumping over helicopters on like buildings of hotels. You can. I'm probably wrong about this, but at least for me, this was like the first Tony Hawk game where you can hop off your skateboard, like you can hit like go around and do that, like climb buildings and stuff. It just was super fun, especially to play with like your friends, different graffiti modes, King of the Crown or whatever. What's it called? There's different mini games like of driving cars and shit. It's just I love this Tony Hawk game so much. Truly a fucking banger, man. Let's see, Brother Bear, banger movie. Need for Speed Underground, fucking Madden, 04, 06 is my one of my favorite years. Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy. I think I was playing this one, actually. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Is this? Oh wow, Ang Lee's The Hulk game. That's lit. So this was a banger. I never finished this game, but I remember it's probably bad, but I remember liking it as a kid. I just remember there's this like section pretty early on where like you're Bruce Banner like seeking in a facility or something. Dang, yeah, this might be my favorite year. 03, banger year. Tack and the Power of Juju. Why do I remember that game like barely? Wolverine's X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge, Futurama, Midnight Club 2. Oh wow, the 03 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tie-in game. Yeah, this might be my favorite year so far. I love this game so much. I remember like the little fucking fighting little like robot dinosaur dog things. Oh wow, this is a banger year, I'm not gonna lie. This is a banger year. Let's see. Beautiful Joe, what? This came out this year, bro. I remember going to like my it was my friend's like my brother's best friend, his house, and like going over there and playing this. Like this game is, oh man, that's a banger. Came out that was on the GameCube. Man, that literally is unlocking dormant memories right there. I think this is one of my favorite like non-review topics that I've done so far. Sucks that I'm doing it when I'm like so low energy, literally hanging by a thread. Full Metal Alchemist has a game. Oh, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. That's lit. I really only remember the first and the third one. I don't remember. I really don't remember 2 that much. Is there a third one? There is. There has to be, right? Oh, NBA Street Volume 2. Yeah, 03. Yeah, yeah, 03. This is that year. Oh, Naruto Ultimate Ninja. Is this the start of the Storm series or no? There's a couple Naruto games that were been in 03. Yu Yu Hakusho has an 03 game. Transformers has an 03 game. Cool. Let's see. Crash Bandicoot 2. Ooh, NBA Jam. Banjo Kazooie. I fuck with Banjo Kazooie. Whoa, WarioWare. Mega Party Games. Hold on. Is this the one? There's this. Hold on. This might be. Hold on. Is this the one? Is this? Bro, there's okay. I don't know if this is the one, but this game series, bro. Oh man, those games used to be so fun. Whoa, I need to look into that because there's like a WarioWare video game, bro. The high used to be so lit. I love the mini games in that. Let's see, we're deep in 2003. We're on game like 347. So let me see. I'll do one more page. Teen Titans. Whoa, Teen Titans Blitz. Is this? Whoa, brother. Whoa, this is the computer game from Oath. Whoa, this game. This is a top tier computer game right here. That's crazy that they have this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a staple of my childhood right there. I'm surprised this is even on here. Wow. I probably missed a lot of classics in those older years. Yeah, so that's 400. Yeah, we're going to put a pin in that right there for this year. And we're going to put a pin in this topic in general. So we'll come back to this. We're on year two. We got to year 2003. That was pretty fun. I really like that a lot. And I'm excited to get into like the later years too. Um, but yeah, that's it for that main topic. This episode's gonna be a little shorter. You say I am really dead, and I really hope this episode sounds fine. But I was really dragging myself through that. But I don't. So we're gonna move on to the weekly watch list. I don't really think I put anything new down. Yeah, I didn't put anything new down. That's my bad. But I just been some things that are just off the top of my head is I watched Constantine with Keanu Reeves. It's an early 2000s movie. And I heard like it was pretty bad, but then I also heard, from specifically like Mr. Sunday Movies, like their podcast, they like said it wasn't like all the way bad. It was like all right. And so I went into it with a pretty open mind. And yeah, it was all right. I think it has like a lot of sauce and then it has like a lot of not sauce moments. Like it's really bland, but then it has also a lot of flair. And if it really kept that flair up, it could really be a great movie. But overall though, I enjoyed it. Um and then I've been watching Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which I keep forgetting to mention. But the last episode's coming on next week, and so I'll be reviewing that next week, and then also giving my first impressions on Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. So keep an eye out for that. But I'm really enjoying that show. I feel like it definitely has its problems, but I'm just looking at it as like the first movie of Harry Potter. Like just give it time to cook, and I feel like this could really turn into something really really great. And then I've been watching this new show called Griselda. It's by the guys I talked about this show briefly before. The guys who made Narcos. They have like Pedro Pascal in it. But it's this female drug dealer. She like took over Miami. It's like was a top drug dealer in Miami in the 80s or something. But it's really good. It has like Sofia Vergara. Um, but she's really great in it. And I'm really liking it a lot. But I think that's pretty much on my weekly watch list. But as we're moving on to Pondering My Orb, where in this section I'll just go over where the stuff I need to work on for this new week and and upon in like in me reflecting, hopefully that makes you think about what you gotta reflect on and maybe improve and whatnot going into this new week because new week to do better and whatnot. But I think so this week the previous week when I had this section last week, I was saying I didn't have the greatest week, and it's kind of, what am I trying to say? I'm glad that this week I was doing a lot better. I was on top of my stuff, was working on stuff every day and everything, and so this week, just want to keep up the consistency, and so that's my thing going into this new week is just consistency, just creating that snowball effect, But because I was saying, and then stuff I need to work on that I noticed that I just need to. It's just some days I'm just kind of like lacking in what's it called. I just know I could do better type shit and just not falling into what's easy and just keeping up that momentum and stuff. But I kind of really, really want to end this. So that's pretty much it. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel at DS2 Smooth. Check out my second channel, mostly gaming stuff, and that's where we'll be playing through Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League at DS2 Smooth Extended. So check that out, and then check out my social media stuff on Twitter, not Netflix, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at DS2 Smooth. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. I will catch you guys next week.